Hello, I'm Ron Jones. You know, a year ago, 11 Alive launched our More Than a Number series to humanize coverage of victims of violent crime. And that series aims to remind the community that behind every headline is a real person with a unique life and legacy. And that's something the DeKalb County Cold Case Task Force really takes to heart as they work to finally bring peace to families haunted by uncertainty.
He was a 4-year-old child that was found off of Clifton Springs Road in 1999. He was skeletal when he was found.
Kyle McGlamory is one of the deputy chief investigators at the DeKalb County Medical Examiner's Office.
He was abandoned, and we had gone through countless things to try to find out who he was, because we put posters out, nobody came forward.
Until finally someone did. Through relentless investigative work and DNA testing, the child was finally given back his name, William Deshaun Hamilton. The evidence leading to his mother's conviction, the case inspired a county-wide collaboration.
Because we had, I think, 27 people here in our morgue that were unidentified.
In 2022, that task force was formed with the help of a $500,000 federal grant.
And in that task force, we have members from GBI, the DA's office, our office, the DeKalb Police Department.
Together, shedding new light and hope on these cold cases.
If you give us what we need, we will do the work.
The task force solving a brutal crime.
In this case, solve and make the arrest of Kenneth Perry that went unsolved for 30 years.
Police rushed to a Stone Mountain apartment complex and discovered a horrific scene. And the case went cold until now.
I am proud to say have secured justice for John and Pamela Sumter.
Thanks to advances in DNA technology, investigators identified 55-year-old Kenneth Perry of Loganville as the killer.
Doing that work just made it clear that we had to continue doing more.
Even in death, people will be treated with dignity because each person is more than just a number.
We are going to do what it takes to seek justice in these decades old cases.
A Georgia family is hoping a break is just around the corner in their mother's murder case. Nearly 2 decades have passed since they lost Cheryl Williams Frady.
She was just so beautiful.
It was like her single days, and then you flip over to when our little brother came in.
17 years ago, Cheryl Williams Frady's life was in full bloom.
Her hair starts getting straight here.
Yeah, but then it gets big again.
The florist had a knack for arranging beauty and bringing color into the lives of everyone around her.
Here's some thank you notes from her clients. This is a note that I really, really love. I wish all the flowers would stay the way that they were. We really do appreciate everything you've done. I don't know that she was ever content if she wasn't making something.
That's how her daughters, Jessica and Emily, will remember her.
She was the kind of person when she started laughing, you just started laughing too.
We associate daisies with her. After she passed away, we joked that we knew she was skipping through a field of daisies.
Cheryl's vibrant life came to an end on April 5th, 2008, when Jessica found her shot in her Dawsonville home.
I thought she was asleep because of the way she was laying.
For years, Jessica and Emily say they felt like no one was tending to their mother's case.
For so long, like she didn't matter to anyone except for us. And that's a terrible feeling.
Then last year, a sprout of hope. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation publicly shared Cheryl's case for the first time in more than a decade.
Through that, her case has reached people overseas. People are now talking about it, all of these people, and actually know her name.
You know, she was a mother. She was a grandmother and nana. She has grandchildren that never got to meet her. I want people to remember that.
Their hope that public awareness plants the seed for closure.
We believe that there's still hope that this is going to be resolved, to finally bring her justice.
A little more than 2 years ago, Tiffany Smith got the worst call of her life that her 15-year-old son, Cameron Jackson, had been shot and killed near the Atlantic Station. Now, she shared her story online, and that united mothers across the state who felt alone in their pain. And it inspired her to create the Angel Moms Collective to give moms a place to grieve.
Alexandria the Fearless. Somewhere in Alex's spirit, I'm sure that she thought that she was a dolphin because she would run to bodies of water even though she couldn't swim.
Cameron was an all-American kid. Cameron would blow up the kitchen with his science projects that he would learn on TikTok. Cameron loved boxing. He was very athletic. He was just like an amazing kid.
This is Navera Onique Case Foreman. She was 11 years old. We called her Nene. Very good with her hands. Anything you give her, she'll assemble it. Just all around a precious, helpful child. I don't feel like she was just another statistic of a rare cancer. Angel Moms makes me feel like she's more than that, and she matters.
I realized that there really wasn't a space for moms who had lost their children. So I was trying to figure out, okay, so what do we call ourselves? And, you know, they're murdered children, survivors. And one day I was like, I want something that's empowering. And we do have angels, so we're moms of angels.
Emotionally, how has this organization benefited you?
I was distraught for those 2 months that she was able to fight. She just went completely down. I was devastated. She was terminal from the start. In our community, we're taught to just pretty much suck it up, and be strong and move on. Navera meant everything to me. She was my best friend, and being in the Angel Moms Collective with Tiffany, girl, you better cry. Even though all of our children passed away, a lot of our children passed away in different ways, but we all share the same emotions.
I met Tiffany 2 days after my daughter's passing, and being able to have a conversation with someone that I knew, not just someone telling me, giving me a pat on the back saying that I'd be okay, but literally talking to someone that I knew exactly what I felt.
Tell us what happened in your situation.
Alexandria is my 20-year-old daughter. She was 20 at the time of her passing. Christmas morning, she went for a walk to the corner store, and she was hit by a driver and didn't make it. I felt like her life didn't matter, and it wasn't until I got with this collective, this sisterhood, that I was able to find other women whose hearts beat like mine.
When you lose your child, a part of you dies. This collective gives Cameron's mom, Navera's mom, Alexandria's mom a place to be without our children, such that the world knows that they were more than just a number.
A local family is holding out hope that answers will soon be coming about what happened to their loved one. Nearly 2 years after Nicholas Carter was killed in southwest Atlanta, police have yet to make an arrest. His family says that they have not known peace ever since.
This is actually my favorite picture because he looks like a big teddy bear. I love my kids. That's why, you know, this is hard. So Nicholas was my late baby. Wasn't planning to have any more kids. He was so silly and loved to laugh.
Angela Verdon describes her son, Nicholas Carter, as a mama's boy and her best friend.
People were intimidated by his size, but once you got to know him, they realized he was just a big teddy bear.
She keeps her family close and her grief even closer.
I knew he had started hanging with this music scene, being at the studios, and you know, I would hear him say things. I was never really concerned about it because, you know, they're just kids.
Her sorrow fuels her fight for answers in the death of her 23-year-old son.
The detective told me he pulled up, got out the car, and the guy just started to shoot. There was no altercation from what we've been told. This guy didn't know Nicholas.
Nicholas' mother says he left home on September 15th, 2023 to hang out with some friends, but didn't make it back.
I'm supposed to be watching the cameras, and I just hear boom, 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 boom. I hear people screaming, running towards the door. He's young. He's a big boy, though. He's big. A big boy.
Police say Nicholas was shot and killed around 2 a.m. outside of a music studio along Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard in southwest Atlanta. APD crime data shows that in the past 10 years, 9 crimes were reported at that address. Nicholas' death is the only reported homicide. His father, Scott Carter, says he feels like police are treating his family's pain as just another case file with no arrest.
I'm on 2 years. He can be found.
Have you heard anything from police or?
No.
Crime Stoppers posted this update online a year after Nicholas's death, identifying McQuay Williams as a suspect.
Get my giants walking around like it's okay.
What's not included in the official record is the anguish left behind for this family.
Somebody asked me if there was anything I could do, and the only thing I could have done was took the bullet for him. You have to be the advocate for your child or your loved one, because at the end of the day, they do become just a number.
Ron Jones, 11 Alive News. A 2022 domestic violence situation in Ellenwood left 7 children to witness the unthinkable, as police say someone gunned down their mother in their own home. Tragically, this is an issue that impacts so many people across North Georgia. Asia, Jakayla, and Jasmine.
And it just has everybody in that one as well, or some of us, yeah.
Remember the good times with her mom and 9 other siblings.
And this is everybody.
45-year-old Alicia Penniman was adored by her children.
She was very thoughtful. She was loved by everybody. She was a hard worker.
A good provider.
She always made sure we didn't go without.
But Jakayla and Asia say in December of 2022, while in their quiet Ellenwood neighborhood, the sounds of gunshots changed everything.
Like this whole time I just kept telling myself, like, this can't be real, this can't be real.
It's been a lot, just mentally and emotionally, trying to stay strong.
Police say Alicia's husband, 57-year-old Johnny Alston, shot his wife in both legs during a domestic violence incident, while Jakayla and her siblings, ranging from elementary to teenage years, listened and watched in horror. These are some of the last words Jakayla would hear from her mom.
My mom, she tells me, she's like, call the police, call the police. She's like, close the door and call the police.
Jakayla called 911. It says the dispatcher told her to immediately protect the children.
And she's like, okay, get all your siblings and go in the garage, get as far away as possible.
Jasmine was working remotely that day at her home miles away.
And I received a call from my siblings. They all were screaming in the phone, crying, saying, John shot mama. She's outside bleeding.
Jasmine drove up and couldn't believe what she saw. Before being rushed to the hospital, her mom lost a lot of blood.
It wasn't looking good once she made it to the hospital.
Alicia didn't make it. Clayton County Police issued a warrant for Johnny. He was arrested days later, facing several charges, including malice, murder, and cruelty to children.
I had no choice but to keep calm and be strong for everybody.
Jasmine, the oldest and rock of the family, now shares custody of the children with her other older siblings.
Before all this went down, what did you see within that relationship?
He was very quiet. We weren't really close at all. He honestly didn't even feel like a stepdad to us.
Did you see any signs of abuse?
Not any abuse. So I know for sure there was no abuse going on.
But Jasmine says one incident could have allegedly sparked Johnny's rage when Alicia threatened to leave him.
Now, one thing she did say was a few days before, she was just tired. She was tired of her marriage and just having to deal with the things that came with him. And she wanted out of it.
As Alicia's children are left to process the trauma of that December morning, Jasmine has this message to her stepdad.
They went from a 2-parent household to now they don't have any parents. They're being raised by their siblings now. So it's like, this is what you did. This is what you did.
If you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, help is available 24/7 through the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-SAFE. When someone you love goes missing, every single second feels like an eternity. But there's a team that's offering families hope when they need it the most, and showing their loved one is more than just a number.
Gloves on. All right, bud, you ready?
When someone you love goes missing,
You ready?
every hour counts.
Track.
And for the Georgia Emergency Search and Rescue Team, giving up is not an option.
Where's John?
If you have a son that's missing or your grandma's missing, we're going to come out and we're going to do our best to try to make sure that we bring closure.
Angel Alonzo has been doing search and rescue work for decades. He and his wife Carmen founded this nonprofit.
There was an absolute need for it.
Angel says the team averages 2 to 3 cases a month across Georgia. They're volunteers, funding their own equipment and training.
We're not getting paid, but guess what? We're making a difference.
Find him.
When a call comes in at 3 a.m., they don't hesitate and stay as long as necessary.
Come on.
I don't want somebody to tell me, hey, you know, we got to stop for the day. No, we're still there.
Their secret weapon is 1-year-old Maverick, an 80-pound chocolate lab specially trained to track human scent.
A lot of that comes natural. It's in his genes.
How does that work, reading his body language?
So his tail gets really stiff. That's the biggest indicator with him.
When Maverick's nose hits the ground, they're on to something.
Every life is precious. Come on.
Not every case is a happy ending.
I've held people's loved ones while they booed on my shoulder.
But at the same time, we're there to let them come to closure.
It's simple.
That's what keeps us going.
Every missing person is more than just a number. For 11 Alive News,
All right.
I'm Ron Jones.
Good man.
You know, we started our More Than a Number series to allow people to honor loved ones lost to violent crime and to share resources that can help if you are struggling with grief or the financial strain after a tragedy. And you can learn a lot more on 11alive.com/morethananumber. Thanks for joining us for this special edition of our More Than a Number series. For more stories like this, just go to the news section of the 11 Alive Plus app and look for More Than a Number in that carousel.